Welcome to Game of Roses. This is PaceCase.
This is Bachelorette Clues.
Ooh,
and this is This Week in
cute.
Bachelor Nation. Some wild news from around the nation, obviously. We've got a new Bachelorette. If you want to see me and PaceCase's coverage of that Call Her Daddy interview with Taylor, Frankie, Paul, the big announcement that she is the Bachelorette, that Bachelorette is replacing Bachelor this January, I guess. If you want to see all of that, it's on our YouTube. It's also on our Patreon as a Casa Gore. We watched the whole thing and reacted to it.
Also on Casa Gore, we reacted to the first two teaser trailers to this, trying to figure out what was going on.
Yeah.
Live. So it was a very stressful week.
It absolutely was. But PaceCase and I have also decided that in preparation for that season, which I believe likely is going to air next January, sometime probably late January, if past years are any indication of what that schedule will be like, we are going to, on our Patreon, watch all 3 seasons of...
2.
Well, there will be 3.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
in
there
November.
will be a third.
A third one comes out in November. We'll be watching that too. So we're going to try and blaze through all 3 seasons in preparation for Taylor, Frankie, Paul's rise to prominence within the nation as season 22 Bachelorette.
We're going full
Join
Mormon.
us for
Have
that.
we ever had a Mormon lead?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Latia Gar, I
She
feel
was
like,
the
is
closest.
our closest.
Yeah.
Almost ring winner.
Come on now.
Triggered.
Oh, come on now. You know what I'm saying?
Clues has got his Latia Gar garb on her. Come on
This
now.
hat, by the way, this Latia Gar hat, she designed this hat and I purchased it from her online
She
store.
should call it Gar Garb.
Garments.
Garbments.
Latia Garb. See what I've done?
Yeah.
I bought this from her personally. Not personally. I just went to her online store, but I did wear this little cap, this little come on now bright blue cap on a very special day. Month ago, maybe ish, something like that. It was a Thursday. I remember that because we had to postpone Twibbin, or we did it a day early or something for it. It was a secret mission. I'm going to be able to reveal in full what that mission is. Probably, I would guess, in about 4 weeks, I believe. It'll be part of our Mel Owens recapping.
2 to 5 weeks.
2 to 5 weeks. We'll see. Anyways.
So
We
we
have a
are
big show
going to
today.
be, doing this watch along. Clues has never seen, maybe has seen 1 or 2 episodes. I have seen every episode. You know what this means, Clues?
What's that?
You are going to get to see the season 2 reunion, which is your goat, Nick Viall's first Dark Lording.
Oh, God, that's right.
And
I
it
never
is
watched that.
Rough. It is a rough watch. I can't wait to see you watch him.
Not the great. You're telling me the great one's not good as a reality TV host?
I'm not saying he doesn't have it in him, but just maybe not that episode.
Let me remind you of something that I did. It was called Clues Corner, The Matchmaker. I watched every episode of that show that was on the CW. It was Patty Stanger. She used to do a show called $1 Million Matchmaker or Millionaire Matchmaker, where she would hook up these millionaires with people to date at her matchmaking service here in Los Angeles. They did a season of it recently. I think it was last year, with Nick Viall as her co-host. And to say that they basically removed him from the entire show is a drastic understatement. They just tried to cut everything out. They only put him in when it was absolutely like, we can't cut around this. He kind of sets up the date or whatever, you know. He was terrible at it.
I will say over half, maybe 80% of his lines are off face in the reunion.
It was the same thing with the matchmaker.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, maybe they just didn't, they didn't. I was just giving him the benefit of the doubt. Like maybe like they wrote it wrong or like had to change stuff in post. But if it's 2 different shows.
If there's anybody out there right now listening to this or watching this who is an editor for the show he's hosting with Natalie Joy, his wife, which I believe is called Age of Consent or something. What's it called?
Age of Consent?
Age of Attraction.
It should be called Age Gap because that's all it is
called
in my
Age
head.
of something. Maybe it's not age of consent. I'm probably making that up. I think
consent,
it's age of,
I think they're steering clear of in that one.
I think it's called age of attraction or something. Anyways, if there's any editors out there who want to come on our show anonymously, I will disguise your voice, I will disguise your image, and just have a candid conversation about what it's like to cut Nick Viall hosting a show. I'd be happy to have that conversation with anyone.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that is our Slom announcement. We're going to be watching Slom Secret Lives of Mormon Wives in Kazagor. I cannot wait. And yeah.
I mean, I tried to get through the first episode. That type of show is not for me, but now obviously I have a renewed interest because it's going to be 3 full seasons of a star of a show that is our next Bachelorette, which brings us to our
Game of Roses. State of the game.
Taylor Frankie Paul, the controversial star of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, is your next Bachelorette. That is the state of our franchise. Now,
wowee.
That ain't no shit. That ain't no shit. This franchise, as we all know, as longtime fans of it, for PaceCase and I, for the past 6 years of our lives, we have been covering it. I mean, talking about it almost daily and really scrutinizing kind of the state of it. How did we get to where we were even just a few weeks ago with the end of BIP season 10? And even right now, as we're about to go into Golden Bachelor season 2 with Mel Owens, who is, no one wants him as the Golden Bachelor. Too bad. They shot the whole season. It's airing.
It's shot.
Yeah, there ain't no turning back from it. The state of the game was very bleak up until this announcement, basically.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the controversial aspects of Taylor Frankie Paul as a selection for a lead. But I think like the bottom line that we have to acknowledge is she is massively famous. 5.7 million TikTok followers, 1.7 million Instagram, 5.7 TikTok. This is the most famous lead in the history of the franchise by an immeasurable margin. Coming into the franchise. Who knows what are going to happen to her numbers as she goes through this season. But the idea that they shifted from, at least to my understanding, Scott Teddy, who is the new showrunner of the whole franchise, who did Bachelor in Paradise season 10, he wanted to cast a guy for Bachelor season 30 that was an unknown, that had no social media following, that was completely for TRR, only wanted to get married and have kids. Somehow, some way, these tables got turned, and it's like, not only are we not doing that, we're not even doing Bachelor right now. We're doing Bachelorette, and the lead is going to be the star of this other giant Hulu ABC show. I don't know how we got here, but I think this could save the franchise.
It is so wild, like, to think of the psychological journey you and I have been on following this news this year. In June, they finally renew Bachelor after they hadn't, even though they've always renewed Bachelor on time. Then us watching these teasers on Call Her Daddy, losing our GD minds. And then them going with just the absolute complete opposite of what someone's little birdies had been telling them that they were trying to cast for. And it's something that, people watch The Bachelor or Bachelorette for different reasons and watch for different things. We definitely know that. Yeah. But for you and I, who have been tracking social media numbers, like almost like statisticians for so long, and, tracking plays of social media, for them to actually cast a social media star as the lead, it's like, I just never thought we would see this day. Like, for Bachelor to go from, villainizing Piper and Brendan for talking about Instagram to a lead whose job is TikTok.
Correct. And was before Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. That show came from her social media prowess. She created Mom Talk, the the big Mormon kind of wives and talking about their swinging and their all the dirty dark secrets of their lives.
The swinging
that
came
spawned
later.
The show.
Mom Talk. She co-created Mom Talk, and then she like basically it's very messy, and they follow this all on Secret Lives season 1. But she's the one who comes out and says that she was soft swinging with other members of the group. And then that controversy leads into this show being picked up. So basically it's like her social media post created that show.
She is an influencer who then became a television star. So it's like they're casting an influencer, period. Yeah. And a big one.
And the show is about making social media. Like a lot of the storylines are about, so there's a huge plot in season 2 about a group of people not liking a social media post. I won't spoil it, but
even in the Call Her Daddy
that
interview,
is the plot.
Alex Cooper asked her point blank at one point, what would your reaction be to a guy who doesn't want to be in your social media? And she's like, he'd be out.
Deal breaker.
So it went from, The Bachelor went from this thing that really villainized any kind of talking about or acknowledging that social media was a reason to come on this show or that you're making money off of it. It went from that ideology to full the other way, a full embrace of somebody who makes all of her money from social media, has a giant following, and even has said would not marry somebody who won't do social media with her.
Yeah.
That's wild to me.
I feel like that's not really going to come up in her Bachelorette season because these people are going on reality TV. Why wouldn't they be in her social media? If she picks someone, so let's get to the controversial part. As People.com reports, February 2023, she was arrested on misdemeanor charges of assault, criminal mischief, and commission of domestic violence in the presence of a child. She pleaded guilty to the aggravated assault in August 2023 per Utah's ABC4, while the other charges were dismissed. This is an incident that happens towards the end, if not the end, of season 1 of Slomwa. And I don't think anyone calls it this.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think anyone calls it this, but you gotta abbreviate it.
Sure.
You see footage of her like wasted, crying on the ground from, I believe, a policeman's body cam in the show. They talk about it constantly and about her like therapy journey and sobriety journey since then. So this is definitely I think a big aspect. I think people don't like that it's some people don't like that it's an influencer, and some people don't like that there's this checkered past as well. And you know, it's a messy situation. It's also like probably part of the reason they were able to get someone this famous is because of this. They probably could afford it. I'm not sure. I'm very curious how much they're paying her. I
got some DMs about payments. People were saying Emily Maynard was the highest paid at $250K. That seems right to me. So I think she's at least getting that.
I think that, Emily Maynard has got to be if you're her representation, you'd be like, okay, well, she's the next mom to be on the show. You got to pay her this much.
I think so. But I think, with the domestic violence charges and stuff, a lot of people are saying this is just like Devin Strader. And I think it's important to recognize that it's not quite the same. Not that we are condoning it, obviously. I don't like that this is a part of our next Bachelorette's backstory either.
No.
Obviously, the first thing you go to is like, couldn't they have found somebody who was just like a famous influencer that didn't have this shit in their past? But I will say this for what it's worth. The Devin Strader of it and like all of the other dudes who have come through this and like, oh, we find out these secret pasts about them. That shit is like secret. And the franchise has tried to bury those things, has tried to sweep it under the rug and pretend, oh, we didn't know. And no. That is not the case here. She's literally going on the biggest podcast in the world talking about all of it. It's very out front.
It's a good interview on Call Her Daddy.
Totally. But it at
Worth
least
watching.
is a shift in the perspective of the franchise from we have to hide these things and make people think that everybody on the show is perfect to saying, no, this is out in the open. It was on a TV show, like, and she's dealt with it. She's moved on or had therapy or whatever. It at least allows the fourth audience to make an informed decision about, do I want to watch the season or not? There's not going to be a surprise revelation at the end that she had these charges. You know it going in, and that's at least upfront enough that it's like, okay, you can, decide how you feel about it and move forward with watching the season or not. That at least is a courtesy. Like, I'm not saying I agree with the choice of somebody who has these things in the past. Obviously, like I said, we don't condone that shit in any way. And we've been like pretty vocal on the show about how we feel those types of decisions are detrimental to the franchise, especially when they come out later, when it's discovered by the fourth audience, usually on Reddit, like Devin Strader's restraining order and all that stuff. This feels different to me. Again, I'm not condoning it. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it at least feels different in the way it's being approached, that it's like out there. They're saying, here's the person. This is your bachelorette. Here's everything about her. And she is standing accountable, in front of Alex Cooper, answering these questions.
I feel like we have signed a contract with the devil, which makes us have to watch any iteration of the show that ever comes out. But I am totally fine with anyone wanting to skip Mellows for any reason, anyone wanting to skip this season for any reason. Although, as a Slumwa watcher, I honestly wanted to cover it last season on PaceCase Palapa, but I literally could not stop myself from watching the show.
Oh, wow.
I highly recommend watching it. It's you don't think that there can be a reality show that's this messy when basically no one is drinking, but they are able to do it. And I learned about all sorts of shit, like I think a lot of people know about the poop hole loophole in Mormonism.
What?
Which is like having a different version of sex so that you're not, quote unquote, losing your virginity before marriage.
Like in toilets or something?
No, like in the butt.
Oh, sorry. Now I get what you're saying.
But there's all.
I thought you were. You do so much talk on this podcast about me hiding in toilets. When you said poop hole,
I'm sorry.
I was imagining like an outhouse,
toilet.
like a wooden hole.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. No, I'm sorry.
You can't drink coffee, but someone on the show does coffee enemas to get around that. Like, there's just
seems like there's a lot of use of the butthole as a way to get around the rules of
the
Mormonism.
Butthole has a heavy use. There is just a lot. I mean, they say like that the point of mom talk is to like bring Mormonism into the current era and be more feminist and less patriarchal. You can watch the show yourself and see if you think they are accomplishing that or not. But it is a fascinating. This is a fascinating casting choice, and I like. She specifically is. It's kind of like for me when you're watching Breaking Bad, an anti-hero, where you're like, she is doing all sorts of stuff, and her mom, who is another chaotic force to be reckoned with, but you somehow like, at least I like remain on her side through it, and you're like, I do want her to find love. I do want her to break up with this horrible man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if she'll find her husband or not, but I can't wait to watch this season. It's wild.
I would say, despite what anyone's feelings about her as a person might be, her past, her political leanings, whatever, I do think...
Who knows what those are?
Come on. Hang on. Come on now. Despite all of that stuff, I think it's very hard to argue against the fact that this franchise was on life support. Like, I was pretty convinced this franchise would be completely canceled within a year after this, what I thought was going to be a lackluster Bachelor season, although there's some very good players being trained for that season. And from what my little birdies are telling me, that season is going to be produced this year. We are going to see it like on the heels of Bachelorette, basically.
That's the opposite of life support.
Correct.
2 seasons in 1 year.
Yeah, it's going back to being alive again fully. That is basically what I was going to say. You know, all of this other shit aside, the real bottom line to me is this franchise that we have covered, that we love to watch the game of, is back. I think she is going to infuse it with a level of viewership that we have not seen in probably 5 to 6 years. I'm talking about raw numbers here, ratings, which is all that fucking matters to ABC. I think this season is going to be gigantic, and that is very good for the franchise. It may bring enough people back to it that it can subsist off of that audience for the next 5 years or so, you know?
We've been arguing for stunt casting for so long.
Yeah.
And I think this opens the door to even bigger stunt casting.
Hopefully.
Chalamet.
Well, A-list actor, I'm not sure, but like what I hope that the producers take from this, and this season isn't even shot yet, so like take all this with a grain of salt, but I'm pretty sure the season's going to be massively successful in terms of ratings, in terms of viewership, in terms of engagement. I mean, you've got a social media star. Imagine the TikToks and shit she's going to be making as her season is unfolding. It's going to be unlike anything we've ever seen.
And she just hits post.
Yeah.
She doesn't think. She just hits post. That is part of her style. Post, apologize later.
Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of high level engagement. People are going to feel some type of way about everything she does. And I really sincerely hope the producers see this as not a one-off experimental thing, but as the new model. Your leads should always be, in my opinion, famous influencers. Yeah. That's the era we're in now of reality television across all genres, not just dating, but dating specifically. It benefits from these things, especially when you have a lead, like a central anchor character that the whole show is revolving around. That person needs to be famous. We're in that era now. And I think even kind of the old school way of doing it, where you cast a player from the prior season, like a rookie in her season, for example, could become the next Bachelor. That might be fine if that person ascends as the most popular person online from it. That's okay. You can do that. I think it still works because you're following now a narrative of like that character through their rookie season, didn't find love. Oh, now they get to be the Bachelor or Bachelorette. Fine. But I still now think the stronger way to do it is just to cast somebody from outside every time who is super famous, an influencer.
I feel like it's been this, not that it hasn't happened in the past, Tila Tequila, Shot at Love, Flavor Flav, etc. But like, to me,
Bret
it has
Michaels.
always seemed like this huge like gap in the market of like, why aren't they doing this? Why are they just choosing accountants, etc.?
It was because I think there was this attitude in The Bachelor that it was like a closed system, that it's like, we find these people through casting, we send them through a rookie season, and then we pluck one of the top 5 players, basically. I mean, there are some outliers, obviously, outside of that. But generally speaking, the leads were always in that top 5, and they would be set up for the next lead, and then they're rookies. And, you know, it was just a very like kind of chaining system of casting. And it worked for a very long time.
Yeah.
When you didn't have competition from Love is Blind and Love Island and all these other shows that are kicking out giant fucking influencers. And the fact that the Bachelor franchise even was kind of on the opposite end of that, punishing you for having any, at least on camera, inclination to become an influencer or to even say that Instagram existed or whatever. Like you mentioned, Brennan Marias, Piper James, and even to some degree, Chris Conner and Alana Milne from that same season, who are now, by the way, together. You know, it had this attitude that like that was a bad thing. It was for the wrong reasons. But the truth of it is, it ain't no more. It's like how most of these people make money.
it hasn't been since social media has existed. That's the thing. It's like
exactly
this unspoken truth.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about what this potential means.
Mhm.
And this is such a chaotic person. Look, I don't know her. I don't know her at all. I've only watched the show and her social media, but like, she's going to be good TV. Like,
yeah, I mean, that's undeniable. She's the star of Slumwa, right? Is that what you're calling it?
Slumwa, she's the star. She eats everyone alive on that show. She's going to eat everyone alive on this show, including probably the production staff. So,
God. Well, there you have it. That's the state of the game. We have this giant influencer, star of another reality franchise, as our next Bachelorette. It is replacing what should have been a Bachelor season. And now, as far as I'm understanding it, they're just going to transpose it. So we'll get Bachelor where Bachelorette used to be. I don't know if they go back to the original system next year in 2027 or not. And I don't know if there's going to be a Golden Bachelorette this year or a BIP. I don't know what comes after this, but it looks like we're going to get this Taylor, Frankie, Paul Bachelorette with a season 30 Bachelor tacked onto the end of it. I don't know who that Bachelor is going to be. Maybe one of the guys from the season. We'll have to wait and see. But I am excited, I think, about this. I have some reservations about the shit we talked about for sure. But I think overall, this is going to be a very good thing for the franchise as a whole in terms of getting an audience again. And I mean, Jesus Christ, when those articles started coming out about how like, oh, they didn't announce a Bachelor pickup at the upfronts this year, my fucking guts were churning. I literally felt nauseous of like, is this it? Is it over?
Yeah.
This thing that I love so much that we've devoted literal years of our lives to covering it.
Yeah.
Is it dead? And I could not.
My entire brain is filled with only facts about this show.
I have some other shit swimming around in there too, but it's always affected by this at the very least. We'll get to that in Screams from the Pit at the end of this episode. But yeah, I just feel like a kind of renewed hope for our beloved game that it can once again be relevant and dominant in the reality dating format arena. Like it used to be, you know, it's just been getting kicked around by these other shows in the past like 3 or 4 years, 2 or 3 years, maybe, I guess. And now with this, it's like, I don't know. She's got more. What's Huda at right now on TikTok? Do we know?
I know Huda was in the 5s as well.
Let me see real quick.
This also is going to sneak in before Wanna Marry Harry, the Alex Cooper produced Harry Jowsey show. What?
Huda Bubba is at 6.3 million on TikTok.
Huda Bubba.
We're going to get to Huda Bubba in Bachelor Nation news. But just to put a bow on this at the end here, I acknowledge and understand there are problematic things about Taylor, Frankie, Paul. I also acknowledge and understand she is going to inject this franchise with new energy, renewed interest. And that's what I'm going to choose to focus on because she is our Bachelorette. There ain't no getting around this now. We must accept that she is this. And whatever your reaction to that is valid. And please move forward with watching this or not as you see fit. But I do think overall, this is going to be a good thing for our beloved game.
I can't wait. I can't believe this is. I feel like I'm in a fever dream. Like,
yeah, me too. I just never thought it would happen. I really thought ABC was just going to fucking choke the life out of this thing, and go down, you know, doing the same dumb shit they've done for the past 5 years that hasn't worked, and now we're here. And also like just the speed with which this all happened. Like I'm saying, I'm coaching players and shit to infiltrate all of these systems. The players that I've been coaching that were supposed to go into Bachelor 30 are like Tom Brady's, all of them. I was just like, oh my God, this is the season. This is it. I'm taking this whole thing down now. And they stopped getting calls back in casting inexplicably. And I was like, what the fuck? these players are definitely of the caliber to get in the show, and they're just not getting calls back for like the second and third round of casting. This seems weird to me. And it happened to all of them. That was weird too. I was like, maybe one or two, fine. They find something in their past or whatever. But it happened to all of them at the same time. I was getting the frantic DMs, you know, of like, what? I haven't heard back. What's going on? And I was like, this is fucking weird. I knew something was up. And it's this. They switched it out. It's fucking wild.
To me, it makes more sense why they're doing the cruise now. I'm like, oh, they're not on the death knell, perhaps. Like, this is the start of it's a new injection, as you're saying, of enthusiasm.
Taylor, Frankie,
the Mormons
Paul,
are
the
like,
new injection.
I learned this when I went to a bachelor party in Utah, but Mormonism is the richest religion in liquid assets. I guess because like the Catholics own a lot of famous paintings that you wouldn't sell or whatever. But
the Catholics own a city called Vatican
that's
City.
What I mean.
I mean,
so you could sell the Vatican, whatever.
Yeah.
The Mormons are very overly represented in reality TV. And Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, that is one of my favorite Housewives franchises.
And that was the one where they embraced not an influencer, but somebody from social media. They cast that person who was basically like a troll of the cast, right, into the season.
Yes. And that person is now saying that when Jen Shaw serves out her sentence, the woman that she worked for who went to jail, that she thinks both of them are going to come back into the show.
Jesus.
We'll see.
Okay. That's the state of the game. I think it's exciting news. Let's move on now to some other news.
This is Bachelor Nation News.
Up first, in Bachelor Nation news, the cast of Love is Blind Season 9 has been announced. The new season premieres on October 1st on Netflix. We, of course, will be covering it with a cast of 32 singles looking to find love in Denver, Colorado, in and outside Denver, Colorado. This season's tagline reads, "Love is blind unless you're blindsided." We don't know what that means. The Dark Lords...
blind. It's like partially the same word, kind of.
Well, it sounds like somebody's going to get some surprise information. The Dark Lords Lachey returned for Dark Lording duties in 6 episodes on October 1st, the next 3 on October 8th, the next 2 on the 15th, and the last one on October 22nd, probably with a reunion sometime after that, I would guess.
We are going to feast the upcoming months. The cast includes players that range in age from 27 to 41, with occupations ranging from the tried and true fields of real estate and medical device sales to the more exotic luxury watch dealer and water treatment consultant.
In keeping with Netflix and Kinetic's terrible shooting to release window, the brand new season of Love is Blind was actually shot over a year ago, April of 2024. So all the couples have had to keep their relationship statuses secret for over a year on social media. It's going to be a doozy of a reunion with tempers flaring and wounds still fresh, I'm sure. Just kidding.
People with 10-year-old children.
Yeah.
The full cast list of the 32 hopefuls, most of whom will be forgotten, can be found on the official Netflix website or at variety.com.
I always get excited. I'm like, oh shit, a new Love is Blind. And then, oh wait, they shot it a year and a half ago. Cool.
This came out with so much other news that it was like a little bit buried.
Yeah. There was some news yesterday. That is true. Up next in Bachelor Nation news, another cast announcement. This time it's Love Island Game Season 2. Ariana Madix returns to Fiji to Dark Lord over a new crop of islanders from around the world, including the UK, USA, France, Malta, Belgium, and the Netherlands, with more islanders joining the villa throughout the season.
Islanders from Love Island, USA. Andrea Carmona from Season 6. Andrina Santos from Season 7. Charlie Giorgio from Season 7. Christopher Seeley I Could Be Ballin' Overseas, season 7. Isaiah Campbell, season 4. Josh Goldstein from season 3. KK Gray from season 5. And Kendall Washington, season 6.
Other Islanders joining the series include Garby Denta from season 4 of what's BE Belgium and the Netherlands, I guess.
Sounds
Lucinda
right.
Strafford from season 7 UK and season 5 Australia. Mert
Lucinda's good.
Okaton from season 2 and 3 of Netherlands and Belgium. And Nicola Gauchi-Bordawar from season 1 of what's MT? Malta?
MT.
I think it's Malta. And Celine Favreau from season 2 France and Tyreek Hyde from season 10 UK. Love Island Games season 2 drops on Tuesday, September 16th with a 2-hour premiere at 9 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. PT on Peacock. And I believe I read this article, but I didn't put it in here for some reason. I might have accidentally deleted it. I think it airs Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and they take Wednesday off, I believe.
For how long? The same amount of time?
A year. I have no idea.
A year.
It's like I have interest in this because I'm curious about the game mechanics and stuff, but it's like I
like some of these players.
I can't do this every day.
I think I could do it for like a Love Island winter, but it's like, and I haven't given it a chance at all, but it just reminds me of like sports day on Love Island, which is, I don't like. But some of these players are good. I feel like it's kind of weak casting from this season, to be honest, but they got their numbers. They don't need to do it. Huda Bubba is approaching that famous soccer player who's got the most Instagram followers.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
No,
she's not. No, she's not.
Huda Bubba, Cristiano Ronaldo, same thing. I'm pretty sure.
Let me just look up Ronaldo real quick. Let's see what he's sitting at on Instagram.
I had no idea also that there were so many countries, Love Islands.
Yeah, I didn't either.
You know, in my dark days when I was
Belgium
fiending, I did watch a little Spain, but I had no idea. Belgium.
Just to let you know, Ronaldo on Instagram, by the way, has 664 million followers.
Okay.
She's a little behind.
She had a late start.
She's got 1% of his total.
Whatever.
Okay. Up next in Bachelor Nation news, some more Love Island news. Some season 7 stars made appearances at the MTV VMAs this week. Ace did some freestyle dancing on the red carpet, and perhaps more importantly, Nicolandria made their red carpet debut. To our knowledge, neither half of the producer-forced couple have yet revealed if they are an official closed-off couple, but they are certainly making those public appearances together and cashing those checks, you see.
To be clear, this does not represent 100% of Gore's views on the couple. Some people believe in love. By the way, did you see Gabby's outfit? Stunning.
No. I didn't see it.
It was great.
Wow.
Up next in Bachelor Nation news, not to be outdone by her Love Island USA season 7 counterparts, Huda one-upped them all with her partnership with the NFL. The Mamacita-in-Chief made an appearance during the Philadelphia Eagles / Dallas Cowboys game on Thursday night. Huda appeared in a pregame segment on the network's coverage of the game. She was seen strutting through a gym while discussing the Eagles' infamous tush-push play, which is still standing this season despite rivals' best efforts to ban it during the offseason.
Do you know the tush-push?
This game was on around me, and I learned what the tush-push kind of is, I think.
Okay.
It's like where you're just like, pushing people into the end zone?
You push the butt. Use the butt to push. Yeah.
That makes sense. Why would that be illegal?
It's the whole argument is that like a person with the ball has to be able to move like under their own volition into the end zone, and the other players can't like push them in, basically.
I thought the whole point of football is pushing. They all seem to be pushing each other all the time.
I mean, take it up with the commissioner. In the video segment, Huda says, "I'm not a football expert. I'm just a mommy, but I do know a good tush when I see one." Congrats to Huda on getting that sweet, sweet, dirty NFL money.
Finally, finally, in Bachelor Nation news, the controversial decision to cast Taylor Frankie Paul as the next Bachelorette had some members of the nation disagreeing in the comments section. It seems that Demonstrator and Jen Tran were trading words in the comments of the Taylor Frankie Paul announcement post. I did see this. Her casting was like a bat signal to Demonstrator.
I know.
We have it right here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
He wrote, if the shoe fits, 146 likes. Some people are commenting in response. He comments to a civilian, you're right, there's felons and Delulus here. Scary place, I'm out.
Well, he's commenting to the civilian, which is Molly Pickard 3, who says, hey, how about you get out of here with a bunch of hand claps.
Get out of here.
And then he says, you're right, it's a scary place. Felons and Delulus here.
This lady is the bouncer of this Instagram post.
Then Jen Tran comes at Demonstrator and says, you seem to fit a lot of shoes. Sad face, winking, kissing face emoji.
I don't quite get that one. 3,120 likes for this.
Well, because he says if the shoe fits.
The shoe is felon or Delulu?
I think the shoe is, yes. I think it's the sentiment is about restraining orders, domestic violence, that type of thing. And he's like, if the shoe fits, and she's like, oh, a lot of shoes fit you, dude.
Bad shoes.
Then Demonstrator says to Jen Tran, love the way you talk to me, babe, trolling her hardcore. And of course, we have bringing up the rear, the Evan Bass. The BIP Season 3 survivor and erectile dysfunction doctor took the opportunity to ask for a casting application link in the comments saying, it's been a while. Where's the application link again? Can you imagine? Do you think he's going to be a fucking player on her season?
She would eat this man alive.
Yeah, he can't do that.
Oh my God.
It's not for him. He's from a different time.
I kind of want to see it, but
yeah.
And they're both package deals.
But that wraps up all of the news this week.
Now for our top 5 Parasocial plays of the week. It's TFP week, Taylor Frankie Paul, and many players were jumping in on the engagement train via some comments, like we said above, or even their own plays. Our number 5 top play of the week goes to Clues' one true goat, whom he's the biggest fan of, Nick Viall and the Viall Files. The accounts posted a joint reel taking credit for TFP's casting with an old clip from the Viall Files. He insists her casting would be messy and iconic. The caption reads, my next great idea is gonna cost y'all. Couldn't be happier for Taylor Frankie Paul. She's going to crush. The only one who could save this franchise. 40.8K likes, 2.4 million views.
He's still got it.
He has a great social media team. We have highlighted many of the trailers for their show.
That's right.
You are such a big fan. Love it.
I'm a fan of
your passion.
greatness. I'm not a fan of the man. I'm a fan of his greatness. You see?
No.
2.4 million views? That's more views than any episode of Bachelor in Paradise got.
It's a lot. I think everyone should be making posts like this.
I agree. I also love that he's trying to claim any kind of responsibility for this decision.
I claim responsibility. I did comment. I said I also manifested this on her post.
Me too. I'll claim responsibility also.
Yeah. I did this.
Coming at number 4. Anything good, I did it. Coming in at number 4, TFP, the co-creator of Mom Talk / longtime tolerator of Dakota / package deal player. And our next Bachelorette made a joint post with the Bachelorette Instagram showcasing her old video plea to be the Bachelorette and then cutting to her lip syncing to the popular TikTok audio. I'm not going to do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. Then she reveals a rose. I did it. 151K likes and 4 million of those delicious views. 4 million. fuck.
I'm not going to do it, girl. I was just thinking about it.
She hath not yet shot a frame of this season. 4 million views. Can you imagine?
That's more people than watch the show.
Well, we'll see. Maybe it won't be anymore.
Well,
can you imagine an incoming bachelorette, incoming lead of any kind, before they've even shot the show? No promotion for the show has rolled out other than the announcement that this is the lead. Can you imagine anybody getting 4 million fucking views on a post like this?
Absolutely not.
The
Hannah Brown
engagement's
didn't even
already
get
huge.
this.
Huh?
Hannah Brown didn't even get these numbers. She was also in the comments.
Nice.
Our number 3 top play of the week goes to Rachel Lindsay, former Bachelor Happy Hour co-host, previous Leech Money Doler, and forever Bachelorette queen.
Fucking a bachelor. Catching straws, the leech. Oh.
Doler outer. Perhaps. Yeah. And forever Bachelorette queen stepped back into the Bachelor discourse with a lengthy video in which she sips presumably tea or coffee over this Bachelorette announcement poster and praises the TFP casting choice. The caption reads, "You asked, so let's talk about it, ... at Bachelor Nation." 18.6K likes, 625K views.
Wow. Coming in at number 2, Tia Booth and Raven Gates, the Arkansasian? I think it's Arkansan.
Arkansasian.
I'll read as written. The Arkansasian dynamic duo, they're also Bumpkin dynamic duo, posted a simple video reel wearing the same hairstyle and same general color shirt, reminding people they are not the same person. I get them fucking confused to this day, by the way. On-screen captions detail their separate seasons 22 and 21, making it less confusing that they were in back-to-back seasons and that they're both from Arkansas. The caption reads, quote, "We do look like sisters, though," screaming, crying, laughing emoji. "If you confuse us, we understand." Same emoji, screaming, crying, laughing. Hashtag The Bachelor, hashtag BAP, hashtag Bachelor in Paradise. 36.1K likes, 2.1 million views.
Infinite apologies to these two from me. I know I am constantly confusing them. I love this play.
Yeah.
Before the TFP stuff, I was like, play of the week.
All you got to remember is Tia Booth, China Pot, Raven Gates, Human Dart. Remember?
Okay.
Remember when
Which
Nick
one
Viall
did the orgasm montage?
Raven Gates.
Raven.
And that was the night before the orgasm supposedly took place, which we now know it did not. That's when Nick Viall, they were out in a bar and he lifted her up and used her like a spear as she had a dart and she was like a human dart, which is
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Well, all of these were strong plays. However, there can only be one winner. Our Parasocial play of the week goes to Alex Cooper, the fast-talking, sweatsuit-shilling, sole remaining host of Call Her Daddy, posted this infamous cake-cutting video via Instagram Reel this week. The cryptic offering shows her using a knife already covered in cake to cut into an untouched white cake labeled Season 30 in blue icing. When she cuts the cake, the inside is pink, prompting her to say, "Wait, why is it pink?" She captioned the post, "Change of plans, rose emoji." Fans immediately speculated that Cooper may be involved with The Bachelor's 30th season due to the 30 and the rose emoji, possibly even as its host. Other fans speculated that Cooper might be revealing who the next Bachelor would be on her podcast. Cooper responded to certain speculation by confirming in the comments, "Guys, I'm not pregnant." 24K likes for that comment. 6.6 million views for this reel.
God.
The subsequent Tease reel received 5.6 million, and the final reveal of TFP video got 12.8 million views.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, indeed.
I want that cake. Alex Cooper, if you're listening and you still have the cake with the piece missing, I want the cake. I want to cover it in lucite and make a cube out of it as a little object to art. I believe that cake's an important piece of history. Cakes. I want the one that was in that video.
Okay.
If nobody already ate it. Can you imagine eating a piece of that cake? That's like the
Probably
holy fucking
no
Eucharist.
one ate it.
You think they just threw it out? If you have the cake, give me the cake. I want the cake. I need the cake.
It's probably still good.
What's that?
It's probably still good.
I don't want to eat it. I want to preserve it for all time in plastic as an object to art.
Yeah.
Maybe make a coffee table out of it. A big lucite coffee table with that in the center.
Like this.
I need that cake.
I know, but
that's the artifact. That's the thing that holds the power. That is harder to get. You see, I agree. It's very difficult to get. May not even exist anymore. Somebody might have eaten that. Isn't she married?
Mm-hmm.
That Call Her Daddy husband ate that fucking cake. I know it.
I learned a lot in you and I trying to decipher these posts.
Yeah.
Like that she is 31 because we were like, okay, maybe it's her 30th birthday or something.
And Maria George's 31. I learned that too because we were speculating maybe it's going to be Maria George's 30th
maybe it's Maria George's. Clues was like her dad has a candy factory because there was a candy bowl in the Instagram story. We lost our minds.
We did.
Sorry.
No, what? Hey, oh, yeah. What?
We did. And the casting of Bachelor was also poking us to lose our minds even further. Bachelor supervising casting producer Mindy Casting stoked speculation in our comments after the first Call Her Daddy teaser, writing, laughing, crying emoji. This is fun. Talon wrote, come on, you can give us a little hint as a treat. And they responded, all will be revealed soon. Fire emoji, rose emoji, devil's emoji. And it was.
It was all those things. Fire, rose, and satanic.
They are the devil, and don't you forget it.
For sure. I mean, look, you talking about the Mormon church? You don't think they got some satanic shit going on in there?
Absolutely.
I think Mormonism is the closest Christian religion to Satanism that exists. Let's now talk about a creature that made a parasocial play this week that is not a human being. This is, of course, our parasocial creature of the week. We got Cat Izzo, who called Dale a cat daddy and a cat daddy. That's C-A-T and K-A-T, two different types of cats daddy in his Instagram story. And he posted this little picture, or she posted this picture, sorry, of him that says cat daddy with a K or cat daddy with a C. And it is a shirtless moss with a beautiful feline creature sleeping on his chest, enjoying all the memories of him spraying sunscreen on his genitals in the credits of BIP. It's a very cute cat, and Dale Moss is enjoying some sleeping time with that cat, a true cat daddy.
This is Dale what Moss, you're supposed to do with a newborn baby.
Let me see your forearms. Scars. That's a true cat daddy.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Maybe this cat doesn't kill him. Doesn't
then it ain't a real cat. If your cat ain't drawing and drinking your blood at least twice a day, that's not a real cat. Now we come to that portion of our program where PaceCase and I delve deep into the darkest waters at the bottom of the pit we've been digging for 6 years to issue forth our screams about how our fandom of this show, indeed our fandom of all reality television dating formats, has radically changed who we are at a fundamental level. This is
Screams from the Pit!
My scream is more of a feeling this week. I felt when these Call Her Daddy posts are coming out, when we're trying to decipher, when we realize that Slomwa is probably going to be involved, which is another fandom that I'm a part of, that it was going to be a crossover event. I felt a feeling in my stomach that I hadn't felt since Scandival. When all of this stuff was coming out about Scandival and Vanderpump Rules, I felt like this little monster that had been living in a cave, and suddenly Scandival is happening outside the cave, and that all of the Vanderpump Rules people climb out of the cave and are like, yes, join us.
Yeah.
And I couldn't identify it at first, but I realized that that's what this feeling was here, which is it goes in both directions. It's the people who watch Bachelor who haven't watched Mormon Wives and vice versa. I'm so excited for my fandoms to be colliding. I love this Hulu ABC crossover event. And like you said, we've been concerned for our beloved game for quite some time. I'm still concerned. I'm not 100% confident that TFP is going to shoot an entire season.
For sure.
I don't know.
For sure. I'm not. Look, I don't feel like, oh, it's back. Nothing to worry about. I definitely don't feel that. Yeah. I'm like, this is a huge fucking swing. They could fall flat on their face. This may be a disaster, but it's going to be a giant disaster. I think there will be a lot of eyes on this season, no matter what. That's a good thing. But yeah, like, does this set up a sustainable format change in terms of how they're casting? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe this burns too bright, too fast, and it's like back to the old boring shit. I literally don't know what's going to happen as a result of this. But I do. I have a lot of hope. And I think just objectively, all signs indicate that I think this will be good overall. Yeah. For kind of revitalizing the franchise, getting some new blood into it. Like, you know, I just keep thinking about season 7 of Love Island USA, that it was the most engaged show online in the history of humanity. All of the memes, all of that shit.
Mamacita.
Bachelor has never had anything like that. Yes, all of those things. Bachelor has never had anything like that. I think they will now. I think this season of Bachelorette is going to have that level of online engagement, which is must-watch TV, but also must engage with her on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. I don't know. I just feel very good about it. But I get what you're saying. The crossover of fandoms that's happening is pretty wild.
It's very exciting. And now I get to force you to watch Slomwa, which you never would.
Yeah.
So that's exciting for me as well.
Yeah, I think we'll have fun doing that. So join us in our Patreon for that. Patreon.com/GameOfRoses.
What's your Scream clue?
Me had something happen this week that hasn't happened in a minute. I've been working on a couple other projects and stuff, and I had this meeting for a project completely unrelated to any Bachelor, reality TV, anything. Just a writing project, a TV writing project. And this meeting was yesterday. Okay. So we just got done watching that Taylor Frankie Paul announcement or whatever. And then I had this meeting, and it was like the first 10 to 15 minutes of this meeting were just me talking about the Bachelorette, how the franchise was doing or whatever. People's eyes are just fucking glazed. They don't give a fuck about any of this. They're like, so anyway, what did you think about it? What's the outline of this thing? And I was like, oh yeah. So anyway, here's kind of the 3-act structure. And I was like, because in my head, it's like the most important fucking thing happening. And it's like, I got to talk about this. It just happened. And oh shit, did you see this? And I was the one who fucking started it. They were like, hey,
good they to see didn't you. Watch the show.
Yeah, and it was just started from that simple question, like, how you been? What's been going on? Well, did you see who the new Bachelorette is? And then it was just a fucking... And even as I was doing it, it was like having an out-of-body experience. Like I could see myself almost in third person, just fucking burning this meeting down for no reason. Exactly.
This is how your first out-of-body experience happens. You storm too hard.
Exactly. My out-of-body self starts kicking my body. Stop it. You're blowing this. You're fucking ruining
It's scripted.
Yeah. Talk about elves. Anyway, it was a thing that I like saw myself doing, couldn't stop. Quite frankly, didn't want to stop. Enjoyed doing it a little bit.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah. But it's been a minute since something like that has happened to me. Yeah. And that also kind of like filled me a little bit with joy of like, I haven't felt this spark about The Bachelor in a minute. It's been like a little bit of a slog to get through this BIP. Already I'm was dreading the Mel Owens thing, but now I'm just looking at it as like, I mean, there'll be some fun shit in the Mel Owens thing for me personally, of course, but I just have a renewed vigor for this goddamn franchise. And it showed in my Scream from the Pit where I probably lost a job, let's be honest, because because of my just inability to shut the fuck up about Bachelorette. But even that's funny to me. Fuck it. All right.
I mean, you got a new twinkle in your eye, Clues.
Exactly.
You go away from the meeting, you're like skipping, you click your heels together.
Yeah, exactly. They send an email that's like, listen, we really loved your ideas. Unfortunately, the first 15 minutes of that the phone call over that Zoom were just too crazy. Good day. We're not the only people screaming, by the way. If you listen to this program, you know that on our Patreon, you get access to our Discord. And in that Discord is a channel called Submit Your Screams, where you can upload a minute or shorter audio or video clip of your scream. We play them right here. Today, we have one from Harper94. And it comes with some photographs, which we are going to look at after we hear the scream. Are you ready for this scream PaceCase?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Hi, Pitt. Longtime listener, first time screamer. I am just getting back from my honeymoon, and I'm here to scream about how The Bachelor influenced my wedding.
Okay.
One of the most important days of a person's life. So we all know Susan from The Golden Bachelor was an officiant. Well, I reached out to her on Instagram, sent her a little DM, and asked if she would be interested in officiating my wedding.
Holy shit.
Well, it turns out she is still officiating, and she said, sure, why not? So I had to convince my
Oh my God.
non-Pitt related now husband that this was a good idea to have a reality TV personality officiate our wedding. But I will say it was wonderful. She is amazing. She's even better in person, and she was giving us all the tea about her and Kathy and her future television appearances. So yeah, my scream is that I directly involved The Bachelor in my wedding.
Unfucking believable. Let's take a look at some of these pictures here.
Oh my God.
Oh my.
Cute. Oh so
my.
sweet.
Oh my God.
I have so many follow-up questions. I'm like, did she interview you to make sure she could keep her numbers up, or is she just giving up on her numbers after Gary, or what?
I mean, I love this scream so goddamn much. It's like sometimes oh, by the way, I got to check and see if that dude ever DM'd me back right now about the card that was on his ukulele.
Oh God, I forgot you
It's just something I
that.
have to do. It's just something I literally have to look at right now. Let me see if he ever got back to me.
I don't even think I, at the time, like realized how deep a scream it is to involve The Bachelor in your wedding. Like she's saying, one of the most important days of your life. And I certainly did that in many ways. But
to take the extra step, to DM somebody and then to have them also, by the way, say yes. Now, this is just my personal belief on that. The reason she said yes was because the dark energies of the pit compelled her to do so. I believe a regular civilian not in the pit who sends the same DM gets a different response. A nice, cordial response, but so sorry, I'm busy. I wish you all the best. Something like that. Instead, because the message was born from the darkness, she had no choice. She had no choice. You compelled her with the power of the pit. The power of pit compels you. The power of pit compels you.
oh God.
You see. You know what I'm saying?
What is this? Mormonism?
No. The power of Christ compels you. You don't know that one?
The power of Christ compels. Is that like for exorcisms?
Yeah, it was featured in a little movie called The Exorcist. You might have heard of it. The most
Didn't see it.
successful horror movie of all time. William Friedkin. Any hoozle.
I saw The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I saw that too.
Don't remember it.
Trash.
Don't remember it, but my friend's mom picked us up in her minivan from it and said, you know, exorcisms are real to us. So
Yeah.
that's what I remember.
Anyways, thank you so much for submitting the scream. This is a beautiful scream. Congratulations on your big day. We wish you nothing but happiness and joy on your future together as a legally wed couple till death or divorce do you part. And thanks to Susan Knowles for obeying the dark energies of the pit.
And you obviously chose a great partner who loves you so much that they will go along with this.
You know what, though? There's something too to be said for like, if anybody else is in this situation and you're like, I want to have a Bachelor person officiate my wedding, and you can DM them and they say yes, and your partner's like, fuck that, I don't want that. No. You should make them this deal. You can DM somebody from your favorite sport and see if they'll officiate it. If you can get Tom Brady to officiate our wedding, I'll be down with that. Otherwise, it's Susan Knowles.
Oh my God. I mean, if the other officiant choices are like random church person, definitely get Susan.
Totally. Or literally anyone from the Bachelor franchise.
It's wild to me when people just get random church people. Like,
if you could have had a Bachelor Nation officiant, who would it have been at your wedding?
My first instinct says Rachel Lindsay. But maybe, God, I don't know.
Rachel
DLP.
Lindsay, you said?
Yeah. DLP.
Yeah. DLP would be a good one. You're overlooking someone.
You?
Am I in Bachelor Nation? Last time I checked, not yet. You're overlooking someone.
Kathy? Oh,
I
God.
now pronounce you man and wife. You may kiss her right. Wait, did she DM you? Did she know who you were before this?
Oh my God.
That wraps up our show.
Jesus Christ. Feel free to use this clip for your wedding. I pronounce you.
Thank you, everybody.
Lovers.
I now pronounce you.
I'm so sorry to everybody involved. Thank you for joining
you got
us.
your twinkle back. It's great.
Yeah, thank you for joining us this week on This Week in Bachelor Nation. We will be back on that Tuesday with an episode. We don't even know what it's going to be yet, but something we'll be talking about. And we're going to be covering.
I think it might be the player breakdown for Golden.
Oh, yeah. I think we do start that, right? Yeah. I think it'll be a player breakdown for Goldens. We hope you'll join us for that. And, for everything else we got coming up, all this, what was it? Slamwa in Casa Gore. We're going to be watching all 3 seasons of that in the coming months. Join us for that. We're wrapping up Love is Blind UK season 2 right now in Casa Gore. Join us for that. I'm slowly getting through Are You My First in PaceCase in Clues Corner when I have the opportunity. And we're going to be doing, of course, Love is Blind season 9, Denver, Colorado, shot 200 years ago with the very first cameras ever invented. No, I want to say the first picture was 1865 in France.
Oh.
Nicephore, view from a farmhouse window. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Did you guys know Clues went to film school?
Yeah, they didn't teach you that shit in film school, though.
They didn't? That
Hell
seems like
no.
the first fact you'd learn.
We learned about like movie cameras and stuff, but not photographs.
Well, come join us for all of that.
Yeah, that enthralling information. Sorry.
All you saints and sinners. You know who I'm talking to, Slamwa. Praise be Dark Lord Palmer.
Please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast. Please get a friend to listen to us. And then please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast.